Hello everybody, this is your mommy speaking, and we are back on the Medieval Mastery server with more Medieval Mastery, as I've called the series. Now, this is going to be an extremely short episode because I'm only using this for updates. There's nothing that I really want to get done because everything that I want to do right now is not necessarily something that I feel like I can do while rambling to myself in the middle of the night. Alright, so starting off, I had to retire my shrouded armor set because the hat, or the helmet, has 111 durability. That, if you don't know the metadata very well, that colon 110 means that it's at 110 damage taken out of 111 total, as I said. AKA, it's gonna break. So I retired it, the entire set, and I made myself a new one. Which, as I relearned, it's not cheap. I think I determined that it takes 100... Like, the other ingredients, it takes 48 leather, 24 strong glue, which is 6 slime balls, and 24 glue, which honestly is not that hard, it's just 24 rotten flesh. And 24 ink sacs. But the hard part is that it takes 4 string per leather, and if you know, it takes 24 pieces of something to make classical armor, and Mind Fantasy uses the same default crafting recipe, just with different materials. So this takes 24 black leather, or whatever it's called, which pretty much each black leather is made with 4 string, so that's 4 times 24, or 96. Yeah, 96. And then to make the armor itself, to piece it together, it's 8, 16, 16, and 8, I believe. So it ends up coming to something like 144 string total, which that's what's not cheap about it. It's not that the slime balls are a problem anymore, because you can go to the mountain. Anyway, continuing onward, I should feed Lilith as I go do this. The other things are that, well, speaking of Lilith, it's we found out that the hounds aren't very intelligent. AKA, I found Sheba here starving to death when she was standing right about over here. So yeah, not terribly smart. But that's why Shiba's now standing on top of the food bowl. Anybody else? Well, Carbon, you too. Other than that, I've worked on the village, which is what I'm going to show you next. However, what I plan on doing next with it is going to be to actually expand it and build it proper. Meaning that I'm not a very good builder, and it's going to take me a long time to have any sort of thing to do with it. Therefore, I'm not going to subject you guys to that. Because, trust me, it is me subjecting you to it, because it's going to take a while, especially with all the land clearing and everything. And I've done a little bit, because I've gotten... I've gotten an idea of what happens. Oh, by the way, Kane's warehouse is completely full. It's funny. So, why don't we head over there? Speaking of heading over there, there's something that I can show you on the way. Shh, let Steph get out of here. Shh. And yes, I know there was other waypoints there that are hidden. But that's just from my scouting, because I'm a scoot. If you can see, there's ice here. And this is the bug that I referred to, if you remember. Now, I'm going to... Yeah, this works better the opposite way, so I'm going to show you twice. Yeah, this actually isn't working all that well. But as you can see, you gotta go fast. Now, it works better the other way. See? Oh. And ding done. If I go in sprinting. It works fine going down, but because you're hitting the air blocks, it's giving you time to be off the ice. And the reason why I can see that this happens, and by the way, I'm not wearing my full set because I want to get it enchanted fully beforehand and make it a god assassin set. The reason why I think that happens is because the shrouded set adds a flat speed to you instead of giving you a speed buff, because as you can see with it on, I don't have any effects on me. Or any potion effects, I should say. So, I'm assuming then it adds something like 15% speed constantly. The physics of ice, because of their slide physics, it's constantly adding that 15% and not slowing down between. So when you touch the ice, when you slide like this, that 15% is getting dragged behind, and it's adding another 15% with that as the last part is diminishing. And it just keeps adding up on the speed that you already have. So pretty much you go, from what I can tell, you can go infinitely fast on ice. And I think I want to test that. So I guess that'll be at the end of this episode if I do it tonight. Now, the last thing that I've been working on, and trust me, this was a pain to set up. It took a long time, because first I set up in single player to make sure it actually worked, and then I actually built it here, which also took a long time because the NPCs aren't always cooperative and they're rather stupid, and it took a long time in the first place with the couriers to figure them out and get it to work properly. Because as you can see, I had to use 3. I might have been able to use 2, but you can't use 1. At least, you might be able to use an expert. I don't know. I could refine it, but it's fine as it is. Pretty much, what I've done is, I've enclosed them so that they don't happen, because I don't think I showed it, or I've, since last time, how there were 2 novice farmers. One of them got ate. That basic wall that I put up, a spider climbed over and it eated one. It done gone and ate one. The other guy, he's just sitting around. He's fine. Now, what I have set up is pretty much, I have a fisherman. I have, as you saw outside, a potato farm and a wheat farm. See? Oh, what? Okay. Well, he's just punching through the wall. And as you can see, all they really have to do is access the block. They don't actually have to go to the area, which is how you can close them off so well. And what happens is this guy goes fishing. He brings the courier, the expert courier, because of his increased pack space, runs around, grabs all the stuff, and stores it in double chests. I make the salt because while you... Here, I'll show you. Pretty much, the entire point of this is that we're making fish and chips. These farmers infinitely make fish and chips. It's great. However, it's not actually infinite, per se. It's going to take, they can make a double chest worth of fish and chips, which is ridiculous, but the problem is that you need salt, and salt is not something you can farm. Technically, it could be, because you can make it get water out of cactus juice, and you can make a cactus farm using them, and you can craft the cactus down into the cactus juice using the auto crafting. Why did they open the door? Using the auto crafting station up there. And I got it set up so that it would craft the cactus juice down. It would craft the water bucket. However, that's where it would be bad. You can't get the bucket out of the auto crafting station manually. Because when you craft it, it pretty much takes all of these cactus juices, makes your water bucket, and leaves you with a bucket. Or no, this isn't where I screwed up. You made the water bucket just fine, and then because I want to be efficient about it, you craft the water bucket into fresh water, so that you can get 4 salt instead of 1. Now, this is where the issue comes in, where you craft it down, you get your 4 waters, but it leaves a bucket behind. That bucket, you can't get out automatically. The couriers won't grab it, hoppers won't take it out, and I don't know if there's any other way in this mod pack to take things out. But it's stuck in a crafting grid, and I don't think any mod takes things out of a crafting grid from another mod, and you have to use auto crafting stations to work with the auto crafter, or the craftsman. Which, you could use a tech mod, but this is medieval, so what's tech? Anyway, that's the problem, and pretty much what I did was I just crafted up a double chest of salt to compensate, and it works pretty well. So you have your 3 chests here, and by the way, these guys don't work when it's raining or when it's nighttime. And it happens to be the first. They can go do whatever they want now. Which just stand around when they're covered from the rain. Fishing is even better in the rain. Dude, you should have liked the rain. Anyway, pretty much I have it set up so that it makes the flour, because mortar and pestle, the bakeware, and whatever else of that nature doesn't get consumed. It throws these things in here. Hold on. Oh, we're at an excess of flour. Let me fix this. Grab 3 fish. Throw that in there. Oh yeah, I'll show you how it's done. Pretty much, you autocraft it, which I can do this too. It doesn't have to be the craftsman here. He just makes my life easier. It goes through the hopper into the next autocrafting station, which in this case is the fish and chips one. The potatoes is just because I'm making 3 of them to balance it out, of course, because somehow it got out of whack. 3 and 3. Oop. 3 and 3. I'm going to make this in here. And if you don't know about the Ancient Warfare mod, there you go. The NPCs can eat regular food, but why would you want to do that when you can conveniently, once I finish making all of this, because these take 2 seconds as opposed to instant crafting, which I'm fine with. What you can do is you have this, you supply the food processor here with a redstone signal, and yes, I believe this is purified, just for anyone who cares, because I found it in a warehouse. So I believe DB already got to it, so it's fine. Don't worry about that. It converts to food rations, which is just like one hunger for them, or 2 upkeep value. So, as you can see, that I have a good supply of food rations here. Now, I only started with, I don't know, I made some of my own because A, these guys have to eat to start off with, and I was setting it up, so they had to eat then. So I probably started off with maybe making a stack of it to put in here. As you can see, they're at 9 stacks. These people, by producing fish and chips constantly, because that's all they do with their life now, they overproduce food. As you can see, it also overproduces everything else. Oops. And I'll probably get into commanding these guys around at another date. Because, I don't know, it'll probably be when I lead them to battle or am setting up the actual place. Now, what I wanted to talk about with getting the town itself set up is that I have this entire area to work with. And I don't necessarily know what I want to do about it. Because this is a weird area to build something in. And what I'm planning on doing, and this is why I don't want to show it, or show myself doing it, because this is going to take forever, because I started doing it just to give myself some prompting, is as you can see, I cleared out this area and flattened the top out. Because what I plan on doing is having a natural wall to the sea here and making it a port town. Because as you can see, it's blocked off by cliffs on the other side, which is supposedly really defensive. Unless you get up on top of there and jump down in. But, you know, whatever. But I'm planning on making a port town, so I think I'm going to have 2 entrances. I may end up having 1. And having it be more defensible, because this area could be closed off. But this could be 1 port, and I'm going to lower it down to this level, so down 2 blocks from here. Isn't too bad, going down 3, 4 to the sea. That's not bad. I can make a dock or a pier there to be able to boat out and around. And I'll have to make channels going somewhere or find boat paths. Pretty much, I'm just going to set up a trading town. I'm going to get some mining set up eventually. I'm going to get some other things. Of course, I'm going to get my defenses set up with siege on walls and everything. So that it's not like, oh, I'm a trade town, don't attack me. It's like, hey, I can defend myself still. Because A, it's in a defensive place. I'll need to figure out something so that people can't get down there so well. But as you can see, when it continues out over here, it's not going to be nearly as closed. And I'm never going to be able to really close this off and make it look good. So I'm definitely going to make this a dock here. I may have 2 docks, I may have 1. So, the other thing is that, as you can see, I have that there. I'm going to expand that and make that a path through the mountain for land trading. And I don't know how I'm going to work the trading yet, so it could just be something artificial of just, let's throw this stuff here. Anyway, I think that's it for things I want to talk about, aside from the fact that I lit up this entire area so that my guys wouldn't get eaten because they have currently no defenses. But, yeah, I think that's it, and I'm feeling in the mood to set up that test. So I'll see you guys in a second to test that.